Good morning and welcome. My name is Casey Snyder. I'm the Executive Director of the Harford Community College Foundation, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 2025 Athena Leadership Awards Breakfast presented by PK Law. This morning, we come together to celebrate extraordinary leaders, trailblazers who uplift others, inspire change, and create opportunities for the next generation of women. We honor an outstanding group of finalists, for the Athena Leadership Award, the Athena Organizational Leadership Award, and the Athena Young Professional Leadership Award. Among these remarkable individuals and organizations, we will recognize 3 recipients who exemplify leadership, service, and an unwavering commitment to the empowerment of women. The Athena Leadership Awards are more than just accolades. They represent a movement. These awards honor individuals and organizations that not only achieve excellence in their fields, but also dedicate themselves to lifting others. The Athena Leadership Award recognizes a distinguished leader who actively champions women in their professional journeys. The Athena Young Professional Leadership Award celebrates emerging leaders who serve as role models and catalysts for change. And the Athena Organizational Leadership Award highlights businesses and organizations that foster an inclusive leadership, champion equality, and create meaningful opportunities for women's achievement. Women in leadership don't just break barriers, they build bridges. Research shows that organizations with gender diverse leadership outperform their peers, innovate more efficiently, and strengthen their communities. Today, as we celebrate the Athena Leadership Awards recipients, we recognize the power of women who lead with courage, vision, and impact. But this morning is more than just a celebration. This event also fuels the future. The funds raised today support scholarships for Harford Community College students, tomorrow's leaders, innovators, and change makers. Thank you for being here and for supporting this mission, for championing the power of women in leadership. It is now my pleasure to welcome Eric Reppert, Chair of the Harford Community College Foundation, to the stage.
Thank you, Casey, and good morning, or should I say good way too early morning for some of us. I'm sorry, I have to hit my snooze one more time. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us today, and as soon as I find my place, I'll start reading. Here we go. It's my pleasure to represent the Harford Community College Foundation Board of Directors. Our board is made up of 30 dedicated community volunteers, all committed to advancing the mission, vision, and values of Harford Community College. At its core, the Harford Community College Foundation stands for opportunity to learn, to grow, and to build brighter futures. We work to gather resources that fuel educational journeys, empower exceptional teaching, and open doors to higher education for all. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the incredible individuals who I work with on this board and help make this possible. Would all the board members who are present here today please stand up? I know you're here. Your dedication to the foundation and your support for the Athena Awards are truly invaluable. We're also honored to have some distinguished community leaders today with us this morning. As I call your names, please rise and be acknowledged. I kindly ask that everyone hold their applause until all have been recognized. Did you hear me? Okay. I will call you out. With us this morning, we have one of my favorite people, Harford Community College President, Dr. Teresa Felder. Harford Community College Trustee Karen Holt, Harford Community College Trustee Sharon Schraber. From the Harford County Executive, Bob Castley's office is represented by Cindy Mumby. Harford County Council President Pat Vincenti, represented by Samantha Harris. Harford County Council Member Delonda Robert. Harford County Council Member Tony G. Giangiordano. Town of Bel Air Commissioner and Athena Leadership Award past recipient Mary Chance. Ranger Angela Crenshaw, Director of the Maryland Park Service, and our keynote speaker today, who I had the pleasure of meeting earlier. Thank you for joining us. And Dr. Mary Anderson Ray, I'll never stop saying Mary Teddy Ray. Stacy Rebert and Stacy Guerin, 2024 Athena Leadership Award recipients. Let's have a hand for everybody. Thank you all for being with us this morning. It's now my pleasure to invite Monica Worrell, member of the Harford Community College Foundation Board of Directors and liaison to the Athena Committee. Monica?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Eric. And it's an honor to be sharing space with all of you today. When I started my career as a young woman, this was one of the first events that I had the great pleasure of coming to as a community woman, businesswoman, and it holds such an important part to me. The Athena Leadership Award is a nationally recognized honor under the auspices of Athena International, whose mission is to develop, support, and honor women leaders and those who inspire them to reach their full potential by offering unique, impactful leadership and development and awards programs. Today, I have the privilege of introducing you to extraordinary finalists for our 3 Athena Award categories, who demonstrate the 8 principles of enlightened leadership that comprise the cornerstone of Athena International. These women live authentically. They learn constantly. They build relationships. They foster collaboration. They give back. They celebrate their moments. They act courageously, and they advocate fiercely. These remarkable individuals are our finalists for the Athena Organizational Leadership Award, the Athena Young Professional Leadership Award, and the Athena Leadership Award. Please join me in a warm welcome as I call their names. Finalists, please stand when I call your name. For the Athena Organizational Leadership Award, the finalists are 755 Alliance, represented by Bong Tom Miller, President and Founder. Homeward Bound Veterinary Services, represented by Dr. Kristen Vance, Director. Rodeer Family Law, represented by Samantha Rodeer, Managing Partner. The Arc of Northern Chesapeake, represented by Sean Cross, President and CEO. For our Young Athena Professional Leadership Award, the finalists are April Cheatham, Director of Community and Business Relations, Extreme Family Outreach. Ashley Mintzer, Branch Manager, Harford Bank. Chanel Kelly, Program Manager and Director, 10X Technologies. Lauren Beward, Business Development Manager, Bravera Information Technology Systems. And finally, the finalists for the Athena Leadership Award are Amber Schroeds, Director of Philanthropy and Community Engagement, Harford Community College. Angela Rose, President and CEO, Harford County Chamber of Commerce. Evangelist Sheldon, Lead Associate, Booz Allen Hamilton. Melinda Velez, Executive Director, Lassos, linking all so others succeed. And Vicki Bands, Director, Community Outreach and Health Improvement, University of Maryland, Upper Chesapeake Health. Congratulations to each and every one of you. You can see there is no shortage of loved ones and fans for you in this room. You are already winners in our hearts and minds. So I thank you. I also want to thank all the past recipients of the Athena Awards who are here this morning. Whether you're from Harford County or any other region, can you please stand again to be recognized? Big round of applause. We thank each of you for your continued demonstration of the Athena leadership principles. And you can see there was no small list. This program has been continuing since 1991. I now have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Teresa Felder, President of Harford Community College. Dr. Felder joined our community in 2021 and has been nothing but an exceptional leader for the college and for partnering organizations since day one. Dr. Felder.
Good morning. Good morning to all of you. It's so great to see you. Before I leave, make my comments, I want to recognize one other trustee that is here. Trustee Maud Krevkor wasn't announced earlier, but she is our trustee and liaison to the foundation. So please recognize Trustee Maud Krevkor. Happy Women's History Month. We get the privilege of celebrating women today. And there's nothing, well, there's some things I like to celebrate students, but I love celebrating women. Love celebrating women, and today is the day. So on this day, I challenge you to think about some women in history that have paved the way. There are many women that have paved the way for me. Many historical women and some women you would never think of, but I think about my grandmother who was barely, she wasn't 5 feet tall, maybe tipped the scale at just over 100 pounds, but she was fierce. She was a fierce woman. She loved her family fiercely, and no one messed with her family. That was my grandma. There are many women I could think of, mentors that, again, helped me get to where I am. Many of you are mentors. Many of you have mentors. And so I challenge you to think about women today and the impact that they've made in your lives as we celebrate these amazing women today. I also look around and see a lot of fierce women. I want you to take a moment at your table and compliment the women that are at your table. Just take 30 seconds. You look awesome. Your smile looks great. All right. I think I got something started here now. Guys, I hope you were the loudest and proudest and gave the most compliments. Well, again, thank you so much for being with us today. You heard a lot about the amazing women that we will celebrate. And again, every one of our finalists are winners today. And we're so proud. I got a chance to spend a little bit of time with our current finalists, as well as those who have won the awards and been finalists in the past. And these are amazing, amazing women. But I'm sure you all recognize there are many, many amazing women who are quietly doing great things. And so we celebrate them as well. But this is a special program because it recognizes women and organizations in our community who've demonstrated excellence in their professional and personal lives. They serve as mentors to other women, women who have made significant contributions to their communities, promoted the advancement of women in leadership roles, and demonstrated leadership qualities. Your example of leading with strength, wisdom, passion, and generosity is an inspiration to all women in our community. You are all innovators and fierce advocates in your chosen professions. You embody resilience, dedication, and leadership, demonstrating that it's never too late to invest in your education and your personal growth. Harford Community College is proud to champion education as a pathway to leadership, ensuring that the next generation of community leaders has the tools they need to succeed. And as I mentioned to you, I am passionate about, obviously, education and the impact that it can have on an individual, on a family, and a community. And I'm passionate about students. And we have one of our prize students with us today. This event helps pay for scholarships. It supports scholarships, and many of our students depend on scholarships to attend college. So thank you for being here and supporting scholarships for the college. But I have the privilege of introducing our student speaker today. So, and that is Monet Eck. She's a Student Government Association president at Harford Community College. Monet is majoring in nursing. She is a graduate of the biomedical science program at Bel Air High School. Come on up so they can see how pretty you look today. She began taking classes at Harford Community College as a dual enrollment student while she was still in high school. Monet will soon complete an associate's degree in chemistry, and she's on her way to completing our very competitive nursing program. Monet is not only an excellent student and a leader on campus, she also works 2 jobs, a full-time role as a head cashier at a supermarket and a part-time as a front desk staff and medical assistant in a pediatrics office. In her free time, what free time is that? In her free time, she loves hiking, rock climbing, and running. She's an amazing young lady, and she's going to share her story with you today. Thank you for paying attention.
Good morning, everyone. As previously mentioned, my name is Monet, and I have the privilege of serving as the SJA president at Harford Community College. It's an honor to stand before so many individuals who exemplify leadership in their own ways, whether through student organizations, academics, or service to their communities. Today, I would like to share my journey, the impact Harford Community College has had on me, and why I am so proud to lead the SGA. I began my time at Harford as a dual-enrolled student majoring in chemistry. While I had held leadership positions in high school, I never truly considered myself a leader. Instead, I was often told I was too much, that I dominated conversations, and that I needed to tone it down. However, when I became the treasurer of the Student Government Association in my first year of college, I realized that these very traits, passion, assertiveness, and a strong voice, were not a weakness, but a leadership strength. This realization gave me the confidence to embrace my abilities and pursue opportunities for growth. I began networking, engaging with legislators, and advocating for change. Because of what I learned at HCC, I had the incredible opportunity to draft legislation that will be brought before the legislature next year, addressing the treatment gap for patients with special healthcare needs in dentistry. Harford has profoundly shaped my understanding of leadership, demonstrating that there is no single mold for what a leader should be. My experiences here have strengthened my ability to advocate, not only within student government, but also in my professional aspirations. It was through my time at HCC that I discovered my passion for working with children and individuals with disabilities, ultimately leading me to transition into nursing. Now, I know that my purpose lies in advocating for those that cannot advocate for themselves. Harford has been more than just an institution of learning. It has been a place of transformation, discovery, and empowerment. As SGA president, I'm honored to give back to a college that shaped my journey and to serve alongside so many inspiring leaders. In closing, I want to thank everybody for coming out today and supporting this event. Thank you to all the contributors to the scholarships that are here this morning. Thank you for your faith in us and for giving us the opportunity to learn, grow, and to make ourselves better for our community. Thank you.
Monet, thank you for sharing your story and experiences at Harford. Your impressive accomplishments and goals for the future is what our college is all about. One more round of applause for Monet. Thank you for being here. Stories like Monet's are possible because of the partnerships the college is fortunate to have within our community. This is evident by everyone's attendance today and all of our generous sponsors and participants for this event. We have a packed house here at Water's Edge, and we cannot thank you all enough for being here to celebrate our college, our foundation, and women in leadership. Thank you again. Each of our sponsors are listed in the program, but we would especially like to thank our presenting sponsor, PK Law, for their commitment in the support of student scholarships and the celebration of women leaders. We are also grateful for our Athena Young Professional Leadership Award sponsor, The Daily Record, the Athena Organizational Leadership Award sponsor, M&T Bank, and our Athena finalist sponsor, APG FCU. Additionally, I'd like to publicly thank our platinum sponsors, Beacon Staffing Alternatives, Freedom Federal Credit Union, Harford Bank, the Kelly Group, and Klein's Family Markets. Please give them a round of applause. From our sponsors to our board, to all of you in attendance, thank you for your service to the students of Harford Community College. I now have the honor and pleasure of introducing today's keynote speaker, Ranger Angela Crenshaw. Angela Crenshaw became a Maryland Park Ranger in 2013 and promoted up through the ranks through her time at Elk Neck and Gunpowder Falls State Park. By 2017, she was the assistant manager of Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad State Park in beautiful and historic Church Creek, Maryland. Ranger Crenshaw received her bachelor's degree in economics and environmental studies from Washington College and her master's degree in energy and environmental policy from the University of Delaware. Working at Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad State Park allowed Ranger Crenshaw to share both her knowledge of the environment and the legacy of Harriet Tubman, a powerful historic shero and a motivating force for all women. Ranger Crenshaw was honored to become the first Black lady park manager in history of the Maryland Park Service when she accepted the position of park manager at Susquehanna, Rocks, and Palmer State Parks in 2022. In April of 2023, she was appointed the acting director of the Maryland Park Service and was honored to be offered the position full-time in November of 2023. Just last week, Ranger Crenshaw was named Maryland Woman of the Year by USA Today. I now warmly welcome Ranger Angela Crenshaw to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'd like to thank Harford Community College President, Dr. Teresa Felder, for inviting me here today. Thank you for attending the Athena Leadership Awards breakfast, where we recognize a class of finalists and recipients of the Leadership Award, the Young Professional Leadership Award, and the Organizational Award. I'd like to welcome the nominees, their family and friends, and local business owners. My name is Ranger Angela Crenshaw, and I'm the proud director of the Maryland Park Service. It's an honor to be here today, speaking with you on such an auspicious day. I would like to start my remarks by sharing my ranger journey with you. Then I'd like to share some words of encouragement to light your path, and of course, ending with gratitude. As I stand here, I must say I'm extremely proud of each and every one of you, and I'm excited for what your future will bring. I'd like to share my ranger journey with you. I attended Washington College in Chestertown, Maryland, and graduated with dual degrees in economics and environmental studies. I wanted to be an environmental lawyer, and I was well on my way. I earned my master's degree in energy and environmental policy from the University of Delaware in Newark, and I worked for 2 years on state implementation plans with the Clean Air Act. This experience allowed me to work with environmental attorneys from all of our neighboring states. Then I worked for a few years removing abandoned boat and debris for the Maryland Department of Natural Resources. This job was very fulfilling because you begin with a fully or partially submerged vessel. You follow the code of the Maryland regulations to remove it, and then the waterway is once again beautiful, clean, and navigable. While at my desk one day, I read a press release about the Maryland Park Service's Ranger School graduation, and I was immediately intrigued. Maryland Park Service Ranger School, for those that don't know, is a 4-week academy with the goal of equipping our team members with the job of being Maryland Park Rangers. Students learn how to properly wear their uniform, repair plumbing issues, do basic carpentry, raise and lower the flags with the necessary respect and honor, park operations, report writing, and how to successfully fulfill the mission of the Maryland Park Service. Full of excitement, I popped over to my boss's office and said, I would like to go to Ranger School. Her confused response was, but Angie, you're not a park ranger. I smiled and laughed and said, Lisa, you are correct. And I returned to my desk. A few weeks later, the Maryland Park Service announced they were hiring. I applied, interviewed, and was offered a park ranger position at Elk Neck State Park in Cecil County, which is just across the bay from here. It was the perfect place to learn where to do my ranger thing, as it has camping, boating, fishing, hiking, hunting, swimming, and historical features. I was promoted to the lead ranger at Gunpowder Falls State Park, which at over 18,000 acres is one of our largest parks. Then I transferred to Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad State Park in beautiful and historic Church Creek, Maryland. I started the year before the park opened and was honored to assist with the grand opening weekend, where we invited 600 of Harriet's biggest fans to honor her legacy. To our surprise and joy, over 1,500 people joined us on that monumental weekend. Working there allowed me to share both my knowledge of the environment and the legacy of Harriet Tubman, a powerful historic shero, or a lady hero, and a motivating force for all women. While at Tubman, I promoted to the assistant manager and was proud to assist our guests in building a personal connection to Miss Tubman's legacy. I transferred back to Gunpowder Falls to manage our swimming beach and our marina, and then in 2022, I was promoted to park manager at Rock, Susquehanna, and Palmer State Parks here in Harford County. Rock State Park is home to the second highest waterfall in Maryland, Kilgore Falls, and Susquehanna preserves the agricultural legacy of the area. In April of 2023, I was appointed the acting director of the Maryland Park Service, and I was honored to be offered the position full-time in November. I'm eager to lead the Maryland Park Service forward and work with the leadership team of the Maryland Department of Natural Resources to ensure that we manage the cultural, historic, natural, and recreational resources of our state. My ranger journey was not straight or easy, but I'm thankful for it because it has brought me here to this moment with you all in Bell Camp, Maryland. I have yet to become an environmental lawyer, but becoming a Maryland Park Ranger has changed my life. It's allowed me the opportunity to make a positive impact on people's lives every single day through programs, events, and other opportunities at our gorgeous Maryland state parks. I am fortunate to be able to share my love of African American history and our natural world with anyone who will listen. I would like to personally invite each and every one of you to explore as many of our wonderful Maryland state parks as you can. All are welcome. Now that you know a little bit more about me, I'd like to share some words of encouragement and guidance to light your path. I had ample help and support to get to where I am. I have a loving family, wonderful friends, and knowledgeable and passionate colleagues. I've looked into Harford Community College, and you all have cultivated a beautiful, supportive, and thoughtful, open community. Continue to lean on your support networks, including your instructors, professors, and your fellow colleagues. I joke that after working at Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad State Park for nearly 5 years, I have a PhD in the Underground Railroad. Many people think that the Underground Railroad was a subterranean tunnel that took people who were enslaved in the South, don't laugh, it's very true, to freedom in the North. But it was a resistance movement against American slavery through escape and flight. Their mission was to emancipate those who were held in bondage. Without the support of well-coordinated community of people who made up the Underground Railroad, Harriet Tubman would not have been the successful freedom fighter that we look up to today. William Still in Pennsylvania and Philadelphia wrote letters to coordinate the logistics of these dangerous escapes. Thomas Garrett in Wilmington, Delaware provided food, clothing, and a peaceful place to rest. Frederick Douglass spoke out both nationally and internationally against American slavery. The Reverend Jermaine Logan and his wife Caroline were famous for warmly welcoming runaways to their home in Syracuse, New York, and feeding them no matter the hour of day or night. They even added extra rooms onto their home so that they could host more freedom fighters and freedom seekers. Logan gave fiery sermons about his personal experience being born into slavery and escaping. He proudly proclaimed himself to be the king of the Underground Railroad. But this support went both ways. Tubman herself provided aid and support to anyone who needed it. Her most famous quote was, "I was the conductor of the Underground Railroad for 8 years, and I can say what most people can't say. I never ran my train off the track, and I never lost a passenger." Amen, little baby. She only brought as many people as she could support on her journeys of freedom. Tubman opened her home in Auburn, New York to anyone who was in need, including orphans, abused women, and veterans. In 1908, at the age of 86, she achieved her dream of opening the Harriet Tubman Home for Aged and Infirm Negroes. Her final words were those of compassion and love. "I go away to prepare a place for you, that where I am, you may also be." I'm inspired by her acts of selflessness. I'm uplifted by her bravery and her humility. I aspire to be as knowledgeable about nature and as caring as she was. Harriet Tubman is one of my guiding lights. She had skills and knowledge, so she shared them with the people around her and made all of our lives better in ways that we cannot begin to imagine. As a Maryland Park Ranger, I lead with my heart forward, just like Miss Tubman and her team of supporters on the Underground Railroad. If you can, I suggest that you do the same. My core leadership values are service, compassion, and sharing. I stay true to them by always honoring those who came before me and leading with my heart ever forward. I am standing on the shoulders of giants. I drink from wells that I did not dig. I take shade under trees that I did not plant. By honoring my ancestors and those that cleared a trail for me, I stayed true to my core leadership values, and this allows me to guide the Maryland Park Service, our 258 staff members, and over 142,000 acres of land. And of course, I have assistance from the leadership team of the Maryland Department of Natural Resources. In closing, congratulations on your wonderful achievements. I'm certain it has not been easy for you all to get to this point. My path was not straight or without its obstacles, and I'm still not an environmental lawyer. But I'm fine with that, as it has led me here in this moment in Bell Camp with all of you. I received help on my journey, and my path is illuminated by the light of those that came before me, like Ms. Tubman, Mr. Still, Mr. Garrett, the Reverend Logan and Mrs. Logan, and Frederick Douglass. I hope my words and experiences and the history that I've shared with you all today spoke to you. I would like to thank you all for being here today and celebrating the important achievements of our honorees. Thank you to the friends and family members that have joined us today to honor the awardees. Thank you to the teachers, faculty, and staff, and all of the many instructors for all of the hard work and dedication you've put into our awardees. Thank you to the awardees for your time, energy, and passion. I'd like to thank the Harford Community College Foundation for inviting me here to speak today. And thank you to each and every one of you for the honor of allowing me to be your Director of Maryland State Parks. Thank you.
Ranger Crenshaw, before you sit down, we lost you a little quick here. On behalf of this room, I think it goes without saying, we so appreciate your story. We so appreciate you joining us this morning and sharing your story with us. So on some of those cold mornings at the park, Harford Community College blanket to keep you warm. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're going to laugh. There is a script, and it's out of the notebook. So now I'm going to just make sure I'm on the right page. If you suddenly feel like I'm repeating something, raise your hand. It meant I grabbed the wrong page. Yes. The Athena Leadership Award are more than just accolades. They represent movement. Nope, I'm seeing Jen's face go. Is she at the right place? So we're going to pause for a minute. But Jen is amazing. And what I'm going to say to
What happened to my
you,
binder?
what I'm going to
Second.
say to you is
Okay, we're on page 22.
Jen is going to turn me to the right page. Ready? Wait. Here we go. Now, I am a prepared woman.
You just have to follow your post-its, Monica.
I put stickies here. Look at that. See, I can read like body language, if nothing else. Those in the room that know I can't hear, they know I can read body language. So, now I'm good. I am now pleased to bring you to the award portion of our program. However, so before I do so, I'd like to share with you a little bit more about the Athena Leadership Awards and how we arrived at this morning's finalists and recipients. The Harford Community College Foundation welcomes the nominations of any individuals or organizations who meet the criteria for the award. A selection committee made up of representatives from the community, the Harford Community College Foundation Board, and sponsorship organizations is identified to review the applications. Applications are scored using a numerical rating system provided by Athena International. Final compiled scores from our committee are reviewed, and our finalists and recipients are determined. It's not an easy task reviewing these applications, I can assure you. And we had quite a number of applications come in this year from amazing women in this community. As all the nominees show excellence in the criteria of assisting women in leadership, professional accomplishments, and community service. Our selection committee does a wonderful job each year, and we thank them for volunteering their time to process. If you notice, I'm not asking them to stand. This is a silent thank you from me, because we have learned there's a lot of questions of them afterwards, and so we're kind of keeping their anonymity. So won't necessarily know who the judges were, but I will tell you they were an amazing group of individuals who stepped up to do this. The Athena leadership model includes 8 principles of enlightenment leadership. This year, we've chosen to highlight living authentically. Athena International celebrates on this core tenet by adding, Athena leaders know their values and they remain true to them. Before each award, we will show a short video of the finalists responding to the following question. What are your core leadership values and how do you stay true to them? We'll begin with the finalist of the Athena Organizational Leadership Awards.
My core leadership values are really me. So being genuine about the things that I believe in, being committed to the purposes that I want to serve others, and then being prepared to do the things that I am asking others to do. So when you're genuine, you're authentic, people recognize that and they want to be part of it. And when they see that you are serving others and it's not for yourself, that's something that people can latch onto, and then you leverage those relationships and collaborate with anybody that's got the same mindset, and then you're there to celebrate the successes of helping others. And that's what we're about. And I'm true to that because it's me. So, that's genuine me.
Thank you for the opportunity to discuss my leadership values and vision for the future. As a leader of a women-owned and run veterinary practice in a field that is historically male-dominated, I take immense pride in breaking barriers and paving the way for future generations. My core leadership values are fourfold. Number one, authenticity. One of my core values is staying true to myself and my principles. I believe authenticity breeds trust, whether it's with my team, our clients, or the pets we care for. Number two is compassionate care. My commitment to compassion extends beyond the animals we treat. It encompasses my employees and the clients as well. Every decision I make is guided by what's best for our pets, our team, and their families. Number three is empowerment. I'm passionate about empowering my team, particularly women in our field. By fostering a culture of mentorship and support, I encourage my employees to pursue their aspirations and take on leadership roles. The fourth is visionary leadership. Looking ahead, my vision includes expanding our reach by opening a second location. Staying true to my values means consistently prioritizing the needs of our pets, employees, and clients in every decision we make. I regularly seek feedback and hope to help meet expectations and needs. This open line of communication helps us adapt and grow while remaining aligned with our mission.
Our core leadership values are authenticity, empathy, and competency. It is integral that every person working within our firm, from the person who greets you when you walk in the door to our firm administrator to any of the partners practicing in Harford County, are providing the highest level of skill, the most authentic and empathetic experience for our clients. We think as women, we are well suited to accomplish that, and we just happen to be a business of all women, which has happened organically. Of the enlightened leadership principles, this ties into learning constantly and building relationships. That comes naturally and organically to our practice because of what we do and the services we provide, which again, we emphasize competency at every level with training for all staff, active engagement in continuing legal education, regular team building activities to create the kind of environment where we can really truly meet the needs of our community.
Leadership isn't just about decisions, it's about staying true to your values, especially when tested. For me, that means listening, learning, and building strong relationships. I don't have all the answers, but leading with humility helps me learn, whether it's our team, board, or those we serve. I prioritize listening because every perspective adds value. Challenges test, but also reinforce my values. Tough conversations and criticism are not obstacles, they're chances to grow. Strong leadership is built on trust. People follow those who invest in them. Even in difficult moments, staying committed to relationships defines leadership. At its core, leadership is about listening, connecting, and growing together. Staying true to my values builds trust, strengthens relationships, and increases impact. And when those values are tested, that's when real leadership happens.
Please now welcome to the stage Andy Guckert of M&T Bank and fellow member of the Harford Community College Foundation Board, Dr. Mary Anderson Ray of Laurel Bush Family Dentistry, the 2024 recipient of the Organizational Leadership Award.
Good morning. The Athena Organizational Leadership Award recognizes businesses and organizations that ignite, amplify, and celebrate leaders that are women. This award highlights organizations that are creating a culture of inclusive leadership and implementing processes that create opportunities for women's professional advancement and growth. The recipient demonstrates the 8 principles of enlightened leadership in their professional environment and creates an organizational culture that encourages women to achieve their full leadership potential. The recipient also gives back to the larger community of women and girls by providing leadership and/or supporting leadership development opportunities and initiatives. This organization is a vital resource for the community in its field. This organization has been named the best of Harford several times. This organization supports and empowers team members by covering tuition and other costs for schooling, continuing education, and certifications. This organization is committed to enhancing the lives of animals and the people who care for them. Please join me in congratulating Homeward Bound Veterinarian Services as the 2025 Athena Leadership Award recipient.
going to keep it quick. Public speaking's not my thing. But first, I'm going to thank Andy. Andy knows when he gets a phone call or a text from me that it's time to meet at Starbucks, that we're in trouble. We're about to go on another road together. He's been extremely, extremely supportive. I'm going to thank real quick Amy, who's in the audience with me. She's my hospital director. Without her, the 2 a.m. text that, hey, Amy, we're going to open a second location. She goes along for the ride and is supportive. And lastly, my dad, who's also in the audience, who says I keep him up at night. He doesn't sleep when I come up with these ideas. And I say, hey, Dad, Andy said it's okay. We can do this. So again, thank you very much. It's a huge honor to have won this.
Congratulations to Homeward Bound Veterinary Service and its director, Dr. Kristen Vance. Another round of applause. We will now show a video that features the finalists for the Athena Young Professional Award. Video, please.
My core leadership values are
I have 5 core leadership values. They are integrity.
Okay, so this time it was the video, not the script, but we're all making do because good women, leaders, good leadership does that.
Well, I definitely think that my core leadership values definitely revolve around integrity and empathy and collaboration. But I also believe that it's important to lead by example and to create an environment that is where everyone feels valued. I also try to do that by seeking feedback, practicing active listening, and then prioritize open communication. I think when you do this, it not only strengthens the relationship of the team, but it also brings everybody together.
So I believe that my core leadership values are that you need to understand that each individual learns differently, which means that you need to morph your teaching techniques to how they learn. Also that you need to share knowledge with other individuals to help enforce a strong foundation of knowledge in everybody. That you need to be available for questions and also be able to recognize if you're unable to answer that question, that you can figure it out and learn together. Also that you need to give people the tools that they need to not only be successful in the moment, but also in the future by answering their question, but also able to give them information that they can find later on. And then you want to stay in connection with people to make sure that you fully understand their ambition and goals and make sure that you are helping them succeed in the way that they would like to succeed. So I use it every day as a branch manager. I do have to lead my team. And then I use it in my everyday life, in my personal life, because I have 2 children. So you have to be a leader at all times.
I've led teams of varying sizes and skill levels throughout my career. The core leadership values that I really remain true to are service. Servant leadership is something that's really important to me. It's something that I feel that I try to live through each and every day through the communication, positive communication with the teams that I work with, the positive interactions and working on the level that they are at, wherever they are in their career, being able to communicate with them and being transparent with the current nature of what's going on. As a leader, remaining open-minded with my team and providing clarity in times of uncertainty. Also remaining empathetic as part of that, showing that you have the understanding for the challenges they face and that you're willing to get on the level with them, again, wherever they are in their career, that, you can really walk with them in their journey and, help them to find what's the best opportunity for them, what works best for them, how they thrive in an environment. And I think that's what, helps make people truly successful.
There's a really great quote that says, management is doing things right and leadership is doing the right thing. And that's something that I really try to incorporate into my leadership style. I really believe in being authentic in leadership. That's the first tenet of Athena leadership model. That just means being true to myself, standing up for what I believe in, and really walking the walk, being a role model. Empathy is another thing that means a lot to me, getting to know what makes a person tick, because we're so much more than what we do for a living. And then I think my biggest leadership qualities that I try to instill are collaboration and empowerment. It's something I've done since my group project days. Being the extroverted type A, I would try to make a concerted effort to bring the other people who are a bit shyer into the conversation. Say, what do you think? Are you comfortable sharing? And even in my roles now as a leader, I try to really make it a democracy and get insights from everybody in the room to ensure that there's a diverse and inclusive slate of voices. And I think that that's really one of the most important things about being a leader.
I would now like to welcome Doris Dixon of the Daily Record and Stacy Gerson, the 2024 Young Professional Leadership recipient, to the stage for the presentation of the Athena Young Professional Award. Doris?
Good morning. The Daily Record is proud to sponsor the Athena Young Professional Leadership Award. It is of great importance to us to help inspire and recognize young women who demonstrate excellence and innovation in their leadership. We celebrate all of the inspiring finalists who have truly demonstrated excellence in their personal and professional lives. An Athena Young Professional finalist is an emerging leader who demonstrates excellence, creativity, innovation in their business or profession. We serve as a role model for young women, personally and professionally. They're in between ages 22 and 40 years old, lives and works in Harford County, and provides valuable service to improve the quality of life for others in the community. The recipient of the Young Professional Leadership Award always pursues excellence and initiative in her work. This recipient consistently seeks opportunities to mentor women in her community. This recipient believes in empowering socioeconomically disadvantaged youth. This recipient leads with a grateful heart and unyielding dedication to paying it forward. She wants to see change in her community by helping others be self-sufficient, one mom, one daughter, and one neighbor at a time. Please join us in congratulating April Cheatham, Director of the Community Business for 2025.
Oh my gosh. I can't breathe. I wrote something, but I was like, oh, I'm not going to use it. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me stop shaking. All right. Okay. Thank you for this incredible honor. I'm humbled and grateful, and I didn't know if I would be a recipient of this leadership award. It's such an honor just to be in the same category with the finalists who are inspiring, and they have made significant contribution to advancing women in our community. 8 years ago, I was living in poverty. My husband and I experienced homelessness and struggles, and if someone had told me that my own life experiences and struggles would provide me with an opportunity to have a career with extreme family outreach and help women who have shared the same similar hardships, I would have told you you were crazy. Every day, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am to have escaped that difficult situation. And as a part of me feels obligated to ensure that the women who walked alongside me and faced the same struggles are given the same opportunity that I've been given. I help them not because they're just people that I work with, but they're my friends, they're my neighbors. Their stories resonate deeply within me, and I'm driven to make a difference in their lives. I firmly believe that if it wasn't for God's love and his recognition of my worth and my purpose, I would have never had crossed paths with Mr. Steve, Miss Marlon, and Debbie. It's through their support, love, and guidance that I've been granted this opportunity, and I am immensely grateful for it. I love you all so much. Thank you for giving me a chance to make a difference in my community. I want to thank my husband, Marcus, who's always standing by me, supporting my dreams. Your belief in me fills my heart with so much love and strength. I love you, Marcus. I'm so grateful that God has surrounded me with a circle of women who have been cheerleaders and encouraged me through my career. And a lot of them are here today, and you know who you are, Amy, Alyssa. Receiving this award means so much more than just recognition for me. It will symbolize hope. Hope for all of those who have faced adversity, hope for all of those who have been in dark places, and hope for all of those who believe that their circumstances don't define them or their future. This award serves as a beacon of light to remind the families that I serve with extreme family outreach that no matter where we come from or what we have been through, we can rise above and make a positive impact in the lives of others. Once again, I express my deepest gratitude to the selection committee for considering me for this leadership award. I will continue to strive towards advancing women in our community because they deserve nothing less than opportunities that I've been blessed with. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
For any of you that don't have a tear in your eye, I had to get mine in check before I came back up here. Congratulations, April. We will now show a video that features the finalist of the Athena Leadership Award. I would now like to welcome Susan Eitenayer, got it, and Stacy Rebert, 2024 Athena Leadership Award recipient, to the stage for the presentation of the Athena Leadership Award as soon as we complete the video.
I have 5 core leadership values. They are integrity, creativity, collaboration, continuous learning, and gratitude. And how I stay true to them is by practicing them every day and surrounding myself with others that share those values, like my amazing mentors, the incredible staff at Harford County Public Library, and our exemplary civic leaders. My dream is to be a transformative leader in Harford County, making us a stronger, more inclusive, more business-friendly place. Most importantly, a place where everyone has access to the resources and opportunities they need to thrive.
My core leadership values are inclusion and respect. So I stay true to those by making sure everyone has a voice and feels respected and heard. There are no bad ideas, no bad comments or criticisms. At the end of the day, I believe everyone has a valuable voice and it adds different perspectives to the situation at hand.
I think my main values are that I like to communicate, teach, mentor people. I like to let people do what I've asked of them before I just jump in and help. But I do like to help. So I'll say, for instance, can you do X, Y, and Z? And I'll show you an example if I have one. I'll explain to you what exactly I need, and then I'll let you go about your business until, you know, like if I give you 2 weeks, first week I'll ask, how are you doing? Do you need any more help if you haven't already contacted me? I don't hover. I figure that if they make a few mistakes, they'll learn better than if they just have somebody spoon feed, you know.
My core leadership values are compassion, integrity, empowerment, and collaboration. These values are central to everything I do, guiding my decisions, actions, and the way I lead the team and serve the community. Compassion drives me to understand unique challenges faced by women and children I support, ensuring every interaction reflects empathy, respect, and kindness. I remain true to the value by active listening to those I serve, building meaningful relationships, and making sure the services are rooted in understanding and care. Integrity means being transparent, honest, and accountable for all my actions. To stay true to integrity, I prioritize open communication, both internally and externally. Empowerment is at the heart of what I do. I aim to create an environment where women and children feel strong, capable, and supported for their future. I uphold this value by fostering opportunities for education, skill building, personal growth, while always encouraging self-reflectiveness and independence. Collaboration is essential in creating a lasting impact. I believe that working together, whether it with my staff, the community members, and other organizations, for women and children themselves, that leads to a more meaningful and sustainable change. Continuously reflecting on these values, seeking feedback, and adjusting my strategies help me stay aligned with my mission.
I think my core values have really developed over the years. I've worked for several leaders that really have impacted me and have mentored me along the way, and I sort of have adapted those core values. And I think as an effective and trusted leader, I have an arsenal of values, but I do think that there are 4 that really sort of bubble to the top for me, and that is integrity, honesty, transparency, and communication. I think that they all 4 sort of intermingle with each other and depend on each other. I think if I do a great job with communicating to my staff and I am honest and I have earned their trust over the years, that is really how we as a team become so successful. I do believe that I as a leader really run the department with a passion and a purpose, which I think is super important for the team.
Susan and Stacy, if I can bring you up to the stage.
I
that
have
would be
5
great.
core.
All right. Amber, we just wanted to see you on the screen several times. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. It is my pleasure to be part of the program today, celebrating the amazing leadership of the women of Harford County. I want to once again thank our presenting sponsor, PK Law, who supports the Athena Awards and the student scholarship recipients of the Athena Leadership Scholarship. It is clear that PK Law understands the value of investing back into those who are passionate about the community. Thank you. We have a great deal to celebrate this morning, and it is an honor to have the opportunity to announce this year's recipient. This year, 5 outstanding finalists embody the qualities of Athena International. An Athena International or an Athena Leadership Award nominee is an established leader and mentor who assists women in reaching their full potential, demonstrates excellence, creativity, and innovation in their business or profession, devotes time and energy to improve the quality of life for others in the community, exhibits the spirit of regional collaboration, serves as a role model and mentor for young women personally and professionally, lives and/or works in Harford County. This year's recipient believes mentoring others is an essential task of a leader, yet always feels honored when asked to do it. This year's recipient serves and fights for fellow Harford County residents. This year's recipient started a mobile primary care clinic for Harford County's most vulnerable population. They might know who it is. This year's recipient feels gratitude and joy whenever she sees former patients out and about in the community. Please join me in congratulating a truly amazing leader, Vicki Enzerbands, Director of Community Outreach and Health Improvement with the University of Maryland, Upper Texas Health, as the 2025 Athena Leadership Award recipient.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. My gosh. I did not write a speech because I was pretty darn sure I was in such an amazing group of women that there would certainly not be an opportunity for me to win this award. So I cannot thank, first of all, Elizabeth Wise for nominating me and seeing what she thought a good leader should look like. So I'm greatly appreciative to her. As I look around this room, I have to say there's probably about 30% of the people that are in here that have made my job possible and what I do possible. And I cannot thank them enough. The community partners have really always been beside my side, and not just my own organization, who I have proudly worked for a very long time. But definitely our community partners. I would not be able to do what we do in the community without them. And so I cannot thank you enough. I have to say that I am really very lucky. I am honored to have been here in Harford County and have the opportunity to serve the community. I get up every day with a passion. I don't think I've ever gotten up a day, even in COVID when I just thought we weren't going to survive, and thought, I just can't do it. I don't want to do it. I get up every day and I'm like, what can we do? What do we need to do? Who do we need to reach? And I hope I never lose that passion. But the last thing I want to say is I need to thank my family because it has not been an easy ride for you guys. Being a nurse, it is a passion. It's not a career. And many times your family suffers. And I know my husband and my kids have suffered a few. So you deserve this award as much as I do, if not more. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Vicki. I think I say for all in the room, just your amazing accomplishments. We're honored. We're honored for all that you've done for our community and the model that you've offered, the leadership you've shared. So thank you so much. So, new script came to me. And I'm sorry, but Vicki, here it goes. Vicki, please stay on stage. Could we ask our Athena Organizational Leadership Award recipient, Homeward Bound, and our Athena Young Professional Leadership Award, April Cheatham, to come back up and join us? I'll have you come over here. Can I have you come to my right? This morning, we're pleased to be joined by a few of our elected officials who would like to share proclamations with you. Representing Harford County Executive Bob Casserly is Cindy Mumby. Representing County Council President Patrick Vicente, joined by members of the County Council in the room, represented by Samantha Harris. If I can ask the officials to come to the stage so that they can present the awards.
I just wanted to say on behalf of County Executive Bob Casserly, it's my honor to be here to celebrate all of today's nominees and to congratulate this year's winners.
So, on behalf of Councilmember Robert, myself, we want to congratulate all the winners. The speeches were absolutely emotional. So congratulations to everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, one last round of applause for our finalists and for our 2025 recipients. Specifically, I'd like to thank them all. This stage is much narrower than everyone realizes, and we just had quite a crowd going up here. So I applaud everyone's dexterity on the stage. So thank you, finalists and recipients. Please join me in welcoming back Eric Reppert to offer our closing remarks.
How about a hand for Monica? She's done a great job. She's chair of the committee. She does all the talking so I can eat breakfast and drink coffee while I'm still waking up this early in the morning. I just want to close with a few comments. This is an event, this is actually my favorite event each year, and I'll get into that in a second as I go off script again. I thank you all for coming, and I would really like to give a round of applause for all the finalists, all the nominees, because every one of these women are absolutely amazing. Congratulations to all of you. All right, so as chair of the foundation, I would be remiss in my duties if I didn't make a pitch. If you turn to page 27, again, this is totally off script. Turn to page 27, there's a QR code. When you find time today, pull out your phone, take a snapshot. If you like the story hearing from Monet today, this is what you're doing. This is what you're supporting. This is why we're here. This is why we have this event to raise funds for scholarships and resources for students so we can build a better community, okay? We have a gem here in Harford County. The college is just amazing. We have Dr. Felder, one of my all-time favorite people now, who does an amazing job. So please, continue to support the foundation. I'm gonna totally go off script here, okay? And I might get some grief for it. I might actually get fired from the shop for this. But I've supported this event for years. I'm a huge women's advocate, as I think most of you know, okay? I have my wife, Stacy, our daughter, Natasha. We have two beautiful, wonderful daughter-in-laws, Vanessa and Sarah. And of course, now we have a beautiful granddaughter, Daphne, okay? And that's why I support this event, to support them and their future and their growth. And this is what's going to get me in trouble, okay? It seems to me that nowadays, people won't listen to you or take you seriously unless you're an old white guy. So since I'm an old white guy, I'm going to use that for people who need it. Support and defend women's rights and children and girls' rights. Thank you. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you.
So that concludes our program this morning. However, before we close, we must say that Harford Community College has the best alumni and friends. We'd like to thank Richard and Charles Bowers of Flowers by Bowers for providing the beautiful flowers on the table. We ask that the person who has the birthday next to take them as the centerpiece, as our gift this morning. Thank you again for being with us. Drive safe and enjoy.